That is too bright, man. Good afternoon and welcome to today's edition of the Sport Rep Show. My name is Limba Mupetami. Let's have a look at today's sport pages. Teams are planning on going all out in the MTC NFA Away Cup, and of course the Eagles are out of the T20 World Cup cricket qualifiers. And on page 2 we have a column today about the state of sports facilities in Namibia that you can read about, as well as NASA, who is inviting new entries for the October event that will take place in Windhoek. And of course, Pele continues to recover as well after surgery. And on page 3 of Sport Rep, you can expect to catch a story on Nedbank sponsoring the Senior Golfers Society, as well as the 100 meters, which was won by Bromil of USA, as well as another story on cricket. Now on page 4, the Springboks are worried about their test that they're going to play against the All Blacks, that is, as well as Sadio Mane, who has reached 100 career goals, and Joshua promises a dream bout with Fury as well. That of course is boxing on page 4. And at the back page of today's sport, that is in the Namibian Sun, you can expect to catch a story on Christine Boma, who is now of course taking time off from the track. Now going into detail with those stories, Christine Boma ran her final race on Saturday, and having given Namibians and the rest of the world something to smile about. Now the curtain has closed on track and field for the Namibian sprint sensation, who overcame 4 false starts on Saturday to win the 200 meters in Kenya at the Cape Kino Classic Continental Tour. Now after a slow start as usual, the 18-year-old Olympic silver medalist upped her gear in the 50 meters to breeze past Ivory Coast Mary Josette Talou to claim victory in 22.39 seconds. Now Talou ran 22.97 seconds, whereas Nigeria's Aminatu Zaini took 3rd place in a time of 23.32 seconds. The race was Mboma's last for the season, as I've said. She will use the break to rest, to reflect and regroup, and to perfect her technique to become more competitive. Now, of course, news is that the team of Christine Boma, Beatrice Maselingi, and their coach Hank Botha have returned to the country. Now, moving onwards, the indoor Namibian team, that of course is the MTC Namibia senior men's hockey team, has replaced Australia and New Zealand in the upcoming Indoor Hockey World Cup, which will be held from February the 2nd to the 6th next year. And the International Hockey Federation announced this on Friday. Now, Namibia and USA, that of course is the men's teams, as well as Canada and South Africa, the women's team, will join the World Cup. That was said in a statement. Now, this is after Australia and New Zealand pulled out of participation due to COVID-19 related international travel restrictions, which has been put in place by their governments. Now, there was a press conference held this morning in Windhoek, and the team coach Trevor Cormack had this to say. Have a look.
You know, I think just to be there is more than what we expected. It's, as you say, it's a miracle. You know, we look at it in that. And I remember when we lost 2-1 at the qualifiers in 2017, I promised the team that the next qualifiers we will qualify and go to the World Cup. When the boys lost, unfortunately, to SA once again, and it was, you know, we had an injury, a crucial injury at half-time. We were ahead at half-time. It went, you know, one way, and unfortunately we lost. We were distraught. And I can tell you now, the miracle of getting the call up is by the hand and the grace of God. And we will because of that, the boys will go and they will perform to the best of their ability. I can't predict what the scores will be and where we'll end up, but all I can assure you is that that this opportunity will not be missed, and the boys will take full advantage. They are so excited. As I said, they already started training. They want to know what the plan is, and I think we've got more than enough time to get prepared. And you know, I think they'll virtually all be nearly 1 year older as well. You know, they matured quite nicely as athletes, and I think just the way Namibian sports is on a high right now, you know, by the grace of God, I'm certain that we're going to just give a good account of ourselves. And as I said, our objective will be not to come last, and then if we can just get 2 good results in that.
Now, in football news, round 16 of the MTC NFA Cup away is done and dusted. 8 teams are through to the quarterfinals, which will be played this coming weekend. Now, the quarterfinals will take place, and this is how the teams will play. Kuse will face Civics. Young Brazilians will go up against Blue Waters. Citizens will play Young African, and Tigers will play Mighty Gunners. Now, also, when it comes to netball, the Namibia Correctional Service team is leading the MTC Namibia Premier League with 17 points. Tigers is in second place after the weekend matches with 16 points, and having led the log for quite a while now, with Mighty Gunners sitting on the third spot with 16 points as well, due to goal difference. Now, this coming weekend will again see netball action in Windhoek as well as in Grootfontein. In cricket news, Namibia's dream of going through to the ICC T20 World Cup global qualifier was snatched by Zimbabwe yesterday as they beat the Capricorn Eagles by 13 runs. The player of the match for Zimbabwe was Shetsa Dururu, who had 44 runs of 56 balls. Now, the 17th edition of NASA, that is the Namibia Annual Sport Awards, will take place on the 30th of October in Windhoek, it was announced. Now, the entries have opened on last week Friday, and it will run till 4th of October. The awards carry a total of 19 categories, which will recognize outstanding individuals, sport personalities, national federations, media personalities, like I've said, and sports legends as well. Now, considerations for submissions will be for the period of 1st of October last year, and will run and also run till the 30th of September. So if you've written articles and if you've taken part in competitions from the 1st of October last year up until the 30th of September, you can rather enter those competitions. This year, 3 new subcategories have been added to the Sports Journalist of the Year award. These include broadcasting, radio and television, that is, print, which is newspapers as well as magazines, and the digital category, which includes online, social, and photography. The other categories which people can attend for, or rather which athletes can contend for, is Sports Star of the Year, Sportsman and Woman of the Year, Junior Sportsman and Women of the Year, Sportswoman and Men with Disability, Junior Sportswoman and Men with Disability, Sports Team of the Year, Coach of the Year, Umpire of the Year, Sports Development Program, National Federation, Professional Shining Star in the Diaspora, Community Inspiration Award, Lifetime Achievement Award, as well as the People's Choice Sports Star of the Year. And Christine Bomer, I suspect, will this year walk away with the Sportswoman of the Year award. So let's keep thumbs up. I don't think we need thumbs, though. I mean, her performances over the last 6 to 7 months in itself will allow her to win that award. Now, for entries, log on to www.nscportal.org. And in golfing news, as part of its corporate social responsibility initiative, Nedbank Namibia sponsored the Senior Golfers Society of Namibia with $20,000. The golfers from the Senior Golfers Society will use their sponsorship from Nedbank to compete in the National Golf Championship Central round, which will take place from the 20th to the 21st of September at the Vintu Country Club. Of course, it is starting today. Now, with that, let's take a break, and then once we get back, more sports news for you. Welcome back from that break. Soccer legend Pele continues to recover from colon surgery. The former Santos, Brazil and New York Cosmos player had a tumor removed on the 4th of September and has been in and out of the intensive care unit at the Albert Einstein Hospital in Sao Paulo in the days since. Now, of course, the wish is that he recovers fully and that he can rest at home. And of course, I mean, just would be very glad. I would be very glad to see him just recovering. I mean, Pele has done so much for football over the years, and he's quite a legend. And with athletics news continuing, track and field star Trevion Promel banished, or rather, ran an incredible race on Saturday in the 100 meters, winning the Cape Kino Classic in 9.76 seconds in Nairobi. He exploded off the blocks and fended off Kenyan Ferdinand Omanyala, who finished second in an African record of 9.77 seconds. Now, in that 100-meter race was America's Justin Gatlin as well. The 2004 Olympic champion he ended third, and the 39-year-old American, who has twice been banned for doping, had previously failed to qualify for this year's Tokyo Olympic Games and was hoping to make amends in Kenya. He has, however, put off plans to retire as well after his performance on Saturday. Now, also on the losing side, of course, is the Springboks. The Springboks are quite worried as they are planning on playing the All Blacks, with their coach Jack Ninaber admitting that he's very worried about the massive challenge that lies ahead. He said that their performance over the weekend against Australia was very poor, as they suffered back-to-back test defeats against the Wallabies. The world champions, that of course is South Africa, were outplayed in every department by Australia in Brisbane, and their coach Ninaber apologized after what he called the Springboks' worst performance since losing 32-19 to Argentina in 2018. "We are very sorry, that's all we can say," said the coach after Saturday's 30-17 defeat in the Rugby Championship 4th round contest. He said that it was not a performance that was worthy enough for a Springboks jersey. "We sincerely apologize, everyone from management, coaching staff. This was a very poor performance," he said. Now, in football news, Sadio Mane reached 100 career goals for Liverpool in a 3-0 win against Crystal Palace that sent the Reds top of the Premier League, while Arsenal eased the pressure on Mikel Arteta with a battling 1-0 victory at Burnley on Saturday as well. Now, defending champions Manchester City dropped 2 points at home to Southampton after a 0-0 stalemate, while struggling Wolves lost their 4th match in 5 against 10-man Brentford. David De Gea saved a stoppage time penalty after Jesse Lingard broke West Ham's hearts on his return to the club with a late strike in a 2-1 win for Manchester United on Sunday, whereas Brighton maintained their surprisingly strong start, beating Leicester 2-1 to move up to 4th place. And Chelsea also extended their flying start to the season with a 3-0 win over Tottenham. Now, as the log stands, after Sunday's performance, however, Chelsea has moved up and is sitting on the top with 13 points, followed in second by Liverpool, Manchester United also on 13 points, Brighton on 12, Man City on 10, Everton on 10 points as well. And of course, Norwich and Burnley at the bottom of the log as you know, games are continuing in the English Premier League. Now, with that, let's take another break, and then once we return, we have Rivaldo Kavanga of Spotify to take us through today's content.
Tell me, baby, do you like the way I move? Come on, get your dance on. We can have as much fun as you can possibly have. With your dance on.
Welcome to another exciting and rejuvenating episode or segment rather of Spotify. My name is Rivaldo Kavanga, and I'll be taking you through today's show, Spotify, to basically look at what happened during this weekend, as we had a lot of fun-filled youth sporting activities. In first place, we had the spectacular weekend that included the 2-day Indongo Toyota Super Tournament. For the results, the day one of the Indongo Toyota Super Sport Saturday Clash created some memorable moments for spectators and players, as we had some exciting games. Here are the results of the games. In the 13th division, we had Cedarhof Primary School that went up against Pioneers Park's second team, and Cedarhof won that by 14-5. In the 15th division, we had Windhoek High School against Windhoek High School's first team versus Windhoek High School's second team, and Windhoek High School's first team won the game by 50-7. In the 19th division, we had Delta Secondary School against Jan Moore, in which Jan Moore lost 7-58. In the 13th division again, we had Parkies that took the game by 59-0 against Orban. And to conclude the Saturday's matchups, with the under-19 Hatias versus Windhoek High School, in which Windhoek High School won the game 31-15. I mean, on Saturday, Windhoek High School displayed pure dominance in all games. Day 2 of the Indongo Toyota Super Saturday Clash was again a day to be remembered with action, passion and determination. Here are the results for the games played yesterday. The under-13 team, Privat Sekolah Nathan, beat Pioneers Park 27-14. El Nathan versus Windhoek High School, we saw El Nathan taking that away with 0-28. And Yalmore Secondary School versus El Nathan, Yalmore was completely dominated by El Nathan, as they got 0 tries, 0 points. El Nathan took the game home with 33 points. And we also had some exciting female action, which we saw the under-19 RTS girls go up against Windhoek High School's girls, and it was quite a thrilling match, seeing that they were the only two teams with female teams. But unfortunately, RTS lost the game by not even having a single try or a single point, and Windhoek High took 34 points home. We'll now look at the video of what Carlton Pinga, a rugby player for Windhoek High, has to say about his return to the field, and a short snippet of the match between Windhoek High School and Hatia's female rugby teams. So stay tuned for that.
Team here, please. Angola, Simon. Hi guys, my name is Charlton Binga and I am a player for the under-15 rugby team for VIS. I play the lock, well, both sides actually. So how it feels for me to be back on the field, gosh, it's the best feeling like ever. Like since the lockdown, our practices have been so few. It has been really difficult trying to improve my skills and so on. But now that I'm back on the field, feeling the energy of the vibe, the crowd, and everyone just here, and also seeing that the girls are also playing that under 15 and continuing, and seeing how rugby has just developed and evolved, man, it's the best feeling ever, guys. So for all of you there who would want to play rugby, I would encourage you to do your best because you can do it.
I mean, we can definitely see the excitement in Charlton's voice and in his facial expressions. And I mean, it's such a wonderful thing seeing sports actually back. And what an amazing video we saw of the rugby girls. We saw some action, we saw some fury, and we saw some memorable moments. But up next, we'll go for a break before we come back to the studio with Limba again. Thank you so much.
And succeed with PST Bet.
So, where were we?
PST Bet. You play, we pay. Not for persons under the age of 18.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much, Rivaldo, for that. You know, youth sport picking up, and very, very happy to see the girls as well, you know, taking part in rugby. Women empowerment at its best, that is. Now, of course, now in this segment, which is BET, every week we have a sponsorship that is going out to the public. That is, last week we had a segment where a lady from Swakopmund received $2,000 from PST BET. That is, the lady said that she wants to buy corrugated iron for her house, and you know, after she lost her job due to COVID-19 pressures. Now, of course, today we have another winner, that is, and her name is rather it's somebody that nominated a family to get this sponsorship. The lady that we are going to be calling is called Lucia, and we actually have her online right now. Hello, Miss Lucia, how are you?
Fine, and how are you?
I'm very, very, very fine. Yes, now, as I've told you, this week, the Mouton family, which you have nominated, will get $2,000.
Okay.
Since you say that they are homeless and they live in a tent, are you perhaps with them at the moment?
Yes, I'm outside and I can see now the husband is here. Can I call him?
Yes, please.
Okay, Opa, come re. Okay, he's coming, ne?
Thank you, Mommy.
Okay. Opa, you can talk in the phone, eh? If the people. Say hello. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Mouton, how are you?
How are you?
I'm very fine. We're calling you from the Sport Rep show just to inform you. Yeah.
Kan jy Engels hoor nie?
Oh, sorry, Papa. Ons speel van Sport Rep, and ons wou net vir u laat weet dat u R2000 sal kry van PST BET.
Ja.
Nou kan u seker net vir ons bietjie vertel, hoe voel u hieroor?
Voor de geld?
Ja.
Dat is baie dankie wees, want ek wil 'n plate koop en ek wil my goed koop vir die huis en dat die kere. En kleretjies wat ek koop vir die kinders, want laat het ek baie reël gekry en my komberse en klere en skoene, so dit goed as ek water gelaat spoel. En dit is die sware wat ons gehad het dit met hy.
Okay. So hulle sal vir julle die rivier bel, so julle moet maar net op altyd julle se telefoon kyk.
Ja.
Okay, baie dankie meneer Mouton.
Okay, baie dankie.
All right, bye-bye.
Nee, bye-bye.
Well, as you can hear, that is a family from Okahanja Park, a homeless family who is going to receive a sponsorship of $2,000 from PSTBET. Now, if you're out there and you know of somebody that might benefit from this sponsorship, please check in our post. There is information as to where you can email, just detailing what your struggle is, and they will then pick a winner every week. Now, of course, we need to thank our sponsors, that of course is PSTBET as well, for just coming on board with this initiative and just trying to make Namibia a better nation. Now, of course, with that, we have come to the end of today's show. On Thursday, we're going to have another show, of course, just looking at what you can expect for the weekend. So do expect to catch us then again on Thursday. That, of course, is at 3:30 on this platform. Thank you so much.
Hi, yeah, same here. Tell me more about yourself.
Well, I don't even know it. Small town pets and growing up in a vintage lifestyle, it's actually so... There's a lot about something I can tell you, but actually like...
Can you please change the channel to football?
The lifestyle, the capital.
Milner's corner, and the header was at the near post by Sadio Mane.
Oh wow! It went on and on.
Milner's corner, and the header was at the near post by Sadio Mane.
That's like...
And Bones! The effort is good. And the goal. He's not shy of shooting. Oh, right! And you can see why. That is sensational.
Win big with Premier Sports Trading. Visit pstbet.com, create an account, place your bet and win. Get your game going and succeed with PST Bet.